All right, hi everybody, John Meadows here, and we're doing another perfect workout series video. And today we're doing it on front delts. Now, I know a lot of people say you should never train your front delts directly. They get plenty of work when you're pressing with your chest. I don't disagree with that entirely, but I do feel like people overestimate how good their front delts are. Usually it's just their rear delts are really poor, so they think their front delts are good. I think of when I think of front delts, I think of like a Kevin Levrone, boom, when he's doing that, his front delts are really big. That's a very impressive look. Now, what we're gonna start with today is actually an incline barbell. Now, one of the things I noticed through the years was that it seemed like the better my incline bench was, the more I worked it, the bigger my front delts got. And I do obviously think it's a good upper chest exercise too, but I feel like it's really good for shoulders. And just because we've always called it a chest exercise, I don't think people realize how good the incline barbell is for your shoulders. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but like maybe 9 months ago, I had a pull. I had some black and blue, I had a little bit of a tear almost doing these. So I didn't do these for like 6-7 months. And if you notice in my videos, my shoulders right here got a little smaller over the last few months. If you notice that, you were right. And it's because I haven't been doing any of the incline barbells. But like in the last 3 weeks, I've put them back in and I can already see my shoulders thickening back up and coming back. So to me, forget all the fancy stuff, forget all the fancy raises this way and that way. This is a movement that's really gonna thicken your front delts. Now, I don't go all the way down on these. You've probably seen me do these before. It's just a standard incline bench press. So let me just give you some form here real quick. So I'm gonna go medium on my grip. Right here. I come right here and I stop. Just like this. So nothing fancy there. You can turn your elbows in if you want. You're going to get a little bit more tricep and actually upper pec. But I don't want you flaring them all the way out. I feel like that's a lot of pressure on your insertion right here. So instead of here or here, I want you somewhere in the middle, like right here. When you come down and stop, about right here. That's actually just to preserve your shoulder health. You'll find that just stopping right there keeps your rotator cuff from getting beat up. So this is going to be your first movement, and you're going to go up to a heavy 6 to 8 reps. I don't feel like there's any benefit for hypertrophy when you go below 6 reps. I think you want to keep your reps up, 6, 8, maybe even some 10s. But work up to a real heavy set as your last set. Take as many sets as you need to get there, but your last set should be a brutally hard 6, 7, 8 reps, okay? So absolutely number one, meat and potatoes, barbell incline press. All right, exercise number 2 is a high incline Smith press. I feel much better doing these on a Smith machine because when I do these with a regular free weight barbell, my shoulders literally feel like a bomb went off in them the next day. Risk versus reward, sorry, I don't want to wake up feeling that way. These I feel pretty good with as long as I keep the bar in real close. So as I'm lowering it, I'm here. I find that when I get out too far, it also creates a lot of shoulder pain for me. So I prefer to do these safely. I also only do half reps. I'm gonna take them to right here. If I come down and I get this rotation in my shoulder, same thing, a lot of pain the next day. So I have found the range of motion that works best for me. You may find a little bit different range of motion for you, but this is where I typically like to use my range of motion. So we're gonna do 8 to 10 reps on these. I'm using about a medium grip. Chin up, chin up. So right there. We'll put a little more weight on here and we'll do another one. I'm pretty strong in this position. If you guys watched the lower and outer pec video I did a while back, you saw how weak I was. This is my strong position here. Another easy 10 there. I feel that all right here in my front delt. All of it. All of it right there in the front delt. So high incline Smith machine. You're going to want to work up to, I'd probably do 2 sets of 8 to 10 on this. Because you want to be maybe 1 rep short of failure. You don't want to fail on this and drop the weight. So maybe leave a rep or 2 in the tank. And when you do that, it means you need another set because you need a little more volume. So that's exercise number 2. Okay, our third exercise will be our exercise that we use a little more range of motion. This you can use range of motion safely. Now, you're not going to be real strong when you do these. So don't try to grab a 40, 50, 60 pound dumbbell or you'll hurt yourself. So we're just doing a simple dumbbell front raise. A lot of people do these and they'll kind of turn their hands in. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's a little unnatural for your shoulder to crank in like that real hard. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I like to just come straight up. The nice thing about doing them on an incline bench like this is the stretch, the range of motion. So normally you start right here, but watch how you're starting now. You see how your front delt is stretched? So now we can safely get more range of motion. So right here, if you come up more toward here, you start engaging a lot of other muscles. So I would keep it about right there. Good stretch at the bottom. Squeeze. I'm squeezing my front delt. And these burn. Oh. Those burn. Make sure when you're coming up, you're really flexing your front delt, okay? And again, if you want to twist, you can. I'm personally not a big fan of that. I like to go a little higher reps on these. So we've got the heavy, the incline barbell, the high incline Smith. We've got the kind of the heavy loading stuff out of the way. Now let's take our reps up, 12 reps, 15 reps. The thing is when you take your reps up that high, you're going to be using a lighter weight, which means you got to get closer to failure. So you're going to have to work through the burn, all right? And that's kind of the bottom line with any of these videos we're doing is the level of effort and intensity involved. So you got to make sure you're pushing past your pain threshold. These are going to burn, but in your mind, when the burning starts, you got to think to yourself, I'm just going to work right through this. And then when you notice your form goes and you're sloppy, you're done. You've done all the reps you can do with good form. That's when you stop the set. So I want you guys, women, men, all of you, work through the burn on these, fry them. When you get done, you should have a crazy pump in your shoulders. So that's it for front delts. If you want to do side delts and rear delts with it, you can. But then this workout will give you a lot of priority and emphasis on your front delt. So when you're standing there, you have that real nice, big, thick look right there. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and make sure you check out all of the videos in our playlist here for the perfect workouts. And if you want more, just shoulder workouts in general, if that's an area you're trying to improve on, make sure you hit my shoulder playlist. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.